That when you don't have time, you have to know that we should use a very effective time.
The reason why I think women are starting businesses when they're on maternity leave, I think it's such a great time in a woman's life. I thoroughly enjoyed being pregnant, and after having the child, it's such a happy occasion, and you tend to be more relaxed. And I think when you're happy and you're relaxed, the ideas come to you. So to me, it's not surprising that women are inspired. When you're relaxed and you're doing what you want to do and you have a passion for doing what you want to do, I think that's often when the inspiration comes.
When children come into the mix, a lot of mothers here, you'll know, things get complicated. They get very expensive as well. The guilt comes in. Maybe you're not spending as much time as you wish you could spend with your children. You don't need to go through all of that. Have a plan B that you're building up gradually. Start as soon as you've done that pregnancy test. And it says, I'm sorry, don't wait until, you're coming to the 6th month of your maternity leave and then you're panicking because, nursery fees are high, you're only going to have £10 at the end of the week and all of that. You don't.
I think from what I see in my surroundings, more and more women are starting their own business, specifically after they have children, to find a better balance, a balance that they can be in control of, to be able to raise their children the way they want to raise them, as well as inspiring their children and doing all the things that they enjoy. I mean, that is from what I see around me.
I think women are realising that if they want to succeed and still feed their drive and ambition, they just have to take matters into their own hands and try and make work for them and their situation. And I think women feel more empowered as well, and I think also there's a lot more infrastructure out there nowadays to help and support women work for themselves. Maybe 20-30 years ago that it would almost be completely like an alien concept to hear a mum of 2 or 3 kids running her own business. But I think with social media and the internet, it's possible to create this like virtual world where you can be a mum and still be a CEO of your company, even if it's in your kitchen, which is the beauty of the internet and the beauty of this whole notion of like the online world.
I actually think while you're pregnant, while you're on maternity, is actually the best time to start a business. So the reason is because they're really intelligent, because they're smart. Because there's no other, the way that the rat race has got people working right now, there is no other way you're going to have long enough to even be able to think about your business idea any other way. You're not going to be able to take a 6-month sabbatical from any job, you know. So whilst you're pregnant, and also whilst women are pregnant, there's a lot more thinking that goes on, you know. In that little piece of time, that's probably the best and most likely time any woman really does have to look out for herself professionally, and also to train. A lot of women may not start businesses, but I know a lot of women that do train during that period of time. They'll take on short courses. So yeah, I think that's a very good time, maternity. I mean, once the baby's there, it becomes a bit more hard to control, because obviously you've got a whole new responsibility. But most women I know have realised that actually it's easier to work for yourself and have a child than it is to work for someone else and have a child, because the guilt factor isn't there. And so even though your business develops a lot slower than everything would do when you're at work, you don't feel guilty, and you just feel happier, and you pass that on to your child, and it works better.
When you're looking at growing your business on and offline, the tip that I'd recommend to everybody is look at your branding. So the starting point will be your branding. And when you're thinking about branding as a small business, owner, you are your brand. So you're not a big corporate like Coca-Cola or Virgin or any other of the big brands. It's you as your own person. You're portraying that in your brand.
Online and your online activities working for you, it means that you can reach more of the local people and people outside of your locality, your town or city of operation. It's a good idea to do both. You know, you can have a shop selling hair, Brazilian, whatever, but then if you're online, even if it's a Facebook shop, a Facebook store, you're reaching more people, you're creating a greater awareness of your business. So I think even if your business is offline, you should have some online presence anyway.
I think that things like smartphones and tablets have made technology more accessible and less intimidating, and it's a bit friendlier, and it's almost become sexy to use technology now. Your apps and your Facebook and your Twitter, you know, even though, you know, that is a type of technology as well. You know, this is technology. You know, I'm comfortable picking this up and doing 1,000,001 things while I'm cooking dinner, changing nappies. I'm using, you know, reading BBC News, you know, and I think, you know, 10 years ago that wouldn't have been the case, but I think smartphones have just made technology more accessible.
It has inspired me to think about it more seriously, because just in terms of you're talking about, you don't need a lot of money to set up a business.
I think it's the knowledge and technology, because it's something I definitely struggle with within my business, because I'm very creative, very hands-on, but you know, in terms of my social media and my advertising and my online presence, I'm there, but I think the girls definitely gave me a little bit of enlightenment about how to better manage myself online.
I'm thinking about starting up my own blog because I want to be a journalist. And it was interesting to see the pros and cons of like social media and how to get my opinion out there in the right and positive way.
I am thinking about starting an online business, not just yet, but I'm thinking about doing it soon. You don't have to have lots of money to start up, you could just start off small, gradually, and take each step as it comes.
Use social media as an advantage, how to use it in the most effective way, and how we can kind of put ourselves out there in the best light.
The one that stands out for me most was the self-awareness of the business that you have. So if you have a business, know the business well enough to know that if you are going to use any kind of technological outlet, social media, know the one that fits you. If you know your business, you know what fits you.
Really try and stand tall and kind of excel through social media. You know, you have to be really in social media to help to allow your business to grow. It doesn't, like Joycelyn, yeah, I think she was saying it's not an overnight thing. You know, I've been doing this for a while, and
Joycelyn is one of the panelists.
Yes, exactly. I've been doing this for a while, and social media is essential to my business. And yeah, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of those allow the business to grow, because you're getting your product out there, and it drives traffic to your site.
If you're a woman thinking about starting a business or getting into tech, first thing I'd say is don't look outside, look within. Check what you've already got, resources you've already got, friends you've already got, skills you've already got. Make a good, strong set of lists and start there. In there are so many services that you can sell, and there are so many products that you can create and also distribute. There's nothing to worry about. Start there, start small, and as you start to get more confident, start putting in some external resources, some companies, some funding, but you really don't need that much. Just get yourself an Amazon page or an eBay page or create your own e-commerce page. It's very simple. Get on with it.